Hello and welcome to Grim Reactions. I'm Eric and today we're watching episode 2 of The Witcher. I really enjoyed the first episode. It was morally grey, as I expected, and there was a really nice brutal fight scene that I really enjoyed. And yeah, it was a lot of what I expected, and I was really happy with that. It was really nice. And now it's time for episode 2. I'm curious about Ciri, her powers, why she can do what she can do. And she was told to seek out Geralt. I wonder if they're going to meet up in this episode, or if it's the next episode, or like when they're going to meet up. Well, we'll find out, I guess. I don't really have anything else to add at the moment, so let's jump into the episode, shall we? Before we get started, if you would like to see The Witcher or anything else I do in a full unedited watch-along version, you can do so on my Patreon. Link for that is available in the description. In the description you can also find the link to my Discord server, where you're most welcome to come join and we can have a chat about pretty much anything you want. If you enjoy my content and want to stick around, do subscribe to the channel. I post daily, and if you enjoy the video at any point, do leave a like, because it helps. And I also really enjoy comments, so if you have the time to leave a comment, I would very much appreciate that. So with that said, let's get into episode 2 of The Witcher. I like TVMA rating for gore, nudity, and smoking. Yes, those are all on the same level.
Where did it go?
Where?
My daisy.
I didn't think you wanted it, you threw it away. Yeah, exactly. Thought you didn't want it.
How your father makes you sleep with the pigs? Your own family doesn't even want you!
I hope these people die. I so loathe bullying.
Who are you?
I'm in a bad mood now.
What? You know Portal.
No, she obviously does not know.
Oh, you're a virgin.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. He crossed the line. And so did you.
If you could conjure that portal out of thin air, she'll be coming for you.
Shay.
I like the pillars of skulls and bones.
I can do it!
Peasant life was rough. It's insane to think how far we've come as a society in just like the last 100 or 150 years.
How much for this beast?
As I said, sold. 4 marks.
Trafficking.
She's our daughter.
She's no daughter of mine.
This is very real right now. And this sort of thing still goes on in some places in the world. It's depressing.
Won't go.
I don't know if you have much in the way of choice. I think they've done a really good job with this girl's makeup. It looks really convincing. I think it's really doing a good job of selling, like, what is it, like 1600s Europe or so? 1600s, somewhere around there. And those were harsh times. No, I know what you're thinking. Don't. No. Ooh, that's it resonates with me a lot as someone who has suffered depression and lived with a person who was actively trying to kill herself for many years. Due to bullying. So that's one of the big reasons why I have a big issue with bullying. She doesn't know who she can trust, little Siri. Oh. It's a really grim and depressing setting, you know? Which is kind of exactly what it's supposed to be. But at the same time, it can be too much, you know? Because we watch shows, TV shows, and we watch stories of fiction for to escape from our dreary everyday life. And if the show is very dreary, then you know, it can be a bit too much. We can relate to it easier, but it can also become depressing.
Where are your parents? Why don't you talk?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe he had his tongue cut out.
I'm supposed to be going towards someone instead of running from someone else.
Yeah. It's also hard to go towards someone when you don't know where that someone is. Yeah, it's frozen. It looks cold. Oh, share a glove. One each.
Look, it's the Cintran flag. Come on, we're saved.
No, don't be so sure about that, girl.
Rat boy?
Oh, that's a nickname.
So that your lady might get an abortion. Abort yourself!
Yeah, he's not a star. But hey, free food.
Come on. You don't want to keep a man with bread in his pants waiting.
Two very, very scary looking swords.
Yes.
I know who you are.
One steel and one silver.
You're the Witcher. Geralt of Rivia.
Butcher of Blaviken.
You take no prisoners, so I hear.
Oh. His reputation precedes him.
Go away.
I won't be but
That's a pretty backdrop. Very pretty
I
backdrop.
heard your note, and whatever it is, you smell of death and destiny, heroics and heartbreak.
It's onion.
Yeah.
Of Geralt of Rivia, the Butcher of Blaviken.
Don't remind him of that.
Come here.
Yeah.
Punch. Oh. I thought he was gonna punch him in the face.
Who are you?
To say a De Vries.
Okay.
You weren't taking control. You were losing it. Be in the greenhouse in 20 minutes.
Maybe this person is a benefactor. Maybe she sensed something in you and wants to help.
Sabrina turned her mother fat. Magic is organizing chaos. That this requires two things.
Okay, and what are those, I wonder?
balance, and control.
Chaos will win in the end anyways, though. So, you know.
This is the balance.
Whoa. So you didn't tell them about that? Just so you can make a point? That's a bit bitchy.
Save it.
Yeah, she knew. She recognized that you're not supposed to know that trick, or something like that.
Sometimes a flower is just a flower. And the best thing it can do for us is to die.
This is curious. Oh. Hi there, dude.
It's good to meet you properly. Yennefer.
Yeah, it's another name I recognize. It looks like you need to re-dirty your hair, Siri.
There are elf ears. I killed them all.
Okay, and that's something you're proud of? That's a quality tent. Very impressive.
One conflict after another, robbing us of...
Yes, and who suffers? The peasants.
Don't worry, he's one of the clean ones.
Oh, racists, are we?
Butcher's right.
Do you mind if I hop up there with you? It's just I'm not really wearing the right kind of footwear.
Don't touch Roach.
Yeah, don't touch my horse.
Retreating into their golden palaces in the mountains. There I go again, just delivering exposition.
Yeah, thank you for that. It's helpful.
Oh, I have to see this magical, this mythical...
No, I think it's a projectile from a slingshot.
Filled with iron, meant to poison me! Did your motherfucker snowman?
Come on, you can do it.
Yes, you can do it. Have some confidence. It'll work out. If you think you won't be able to do it, then you won't be able to do it.
You struggled to perform the simplest physical tasks. And now you lie to me?
Oh, come on.
Even if you were a beauty, still no one would love you.
Ooh, that's rough.
I don't think it's working.
You can see. You can see.
I see them.
Aww.
I can hear them.
Oh, finally.
Are these the things you love?
These are the things I thought you would love.
Oh. I'm a little suspicious. Because, you know, why would anything good happen to me? Kind of thing.
You're still scared, aren't you? Well, you're safe now.
No, she's not really safe. She's the wretched brood, remember?
For Geralt of Rivia. Do you know him?
Afraid I don't.
Man, that is such a rough task to be given. Like, find a person. Like, where would you even start?
The ultimate expression of chaos. Catch lightning in a bottle.
Ha ha ha! I like that, that is cool.
Duralis.
And this is what Yennefer is gonna excel at. damn it.
The strong amongst the weak.
You're not a very good teacher, Desire. You're pretty goddamn awful. Well then.
This is the part where we escape.
Oh, smartass.
He's just a bard.
You don't deserve the air you breathe. Everything you touch.
I like the sounds of the loot being destroyed at the same time.
Palaces. You beat a bound man.
I don't think this is a golden palace, dude. It's like just a cave.
Many will die. On both sides.
The lesser evil.
Yeah, we know all about that.
Humans can make magic.
Chaos is the same as it's always been.
Yeah, it's chaotic.
And when they fought back, they were slaughtered. The Great Cleansing, humans call it.
Humans are pretty self-centered. We are pretty good at that.
Our babies, fertilizer for their grain. If I bring my people down from these mountains,
It's hard, man.
bowing to human sovereignty.
Yeah, and what's...
Then go somewhere else. Rebuild. I have learned to live with them. So that I may live.
Yeah. Geralt is always the voice of reason, isn't he?
A Velian who wished to fight. Let us take back what's ours.
Yes, and then the humans will take back what's theirs, and it's just... It never ends, dude.
He's different. Like us.
Oh, this us against them rhetoric is just so annoying.
But the Sylvan's right. Don't call me human.
No. He knows all about that. Being prejudiced against.
Come. I want to show you.
I love the look of this place. It's really...
Do you know whose skulls these are?
It's really striking. No, whose are they? Yeah.
That's how to turn chaos into magic. And then the humans slaughtered them.
Paid them back for their services.
Fainwood only grows where elder blood is spilled.
Okay. I'm gonna make it bloom. Is he only using her for his own goals?
My real father. He was half-elf.
Yeah. Is that why she has so much trouble with all this, maybe? Oh, she got her first kiss. I'm still suspicious of him.
Simply wanted to know that you could control your emotions and get it from the boy. That you would.
Does this mean I get to ascend? I'm ready.
You very much are not. What does ascend even mean? I know what the word means, but like, what does it mean in the context of this story?
You must be able to give me something.
This asshat.
Make Bernard proud.
She's part elf.
So Yennefer had a secret mission, or like secret task in regards to him, but he had one. Everyone's backstabbing. Okay.
It's you. Wait.
Hey, rat boy. Aww. Him with his dreams of becoming a knight. It all turned to nothing in the end. Okay. Where are they going?
Come forth, Yennefer.
She turned them into fish? Or snakes or something?
You turned my friend into a slug.
Slugs.
An
Okay.
eel.
Oh, eel. Thank you.
Push your friend into the pool.
No.
Yes.
Is this Ascension? I have my doubts.
Sometimes the best thing a flower can do for us is die.
Okay. She's very ruthless, Tisaya.
Brilliant, by the way. Kill me. I'm ready.
You're silly.
You're an elf. Thank you.
That's not how it happened.
It's called artistic license. Geralt, get with the program.
Respect doesn't make history.
No, it does not.
Toss a coin to your witcher, whom value plenty.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in there.
Coin to your witcher, whom value plenty, whom value
I don't know if I like you anymore, Yennefer. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Yennefer anymore. It all comes back to the same thing, doesn't it? Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? What? Not so much sacrifice. Because sacrifice implies you are giving up something. Maybe Yennefer lost a friend, but her friend actually turned into an eel. So, I mean, it's not really sacrifice, it's more... It all comes back to what behavior are you willing to justify? What can you justify in your quest for power? And her wizard friend had ulterior motives, but so did she. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she's a good person per se. Which is the entire point, I guess. To never be sure, to always question who is good, who is bad, what is good, what is bad, and so on. Like, I think the hardest part about it is finding who to root for, really. Like, yes, we can root for Ciri because so far she has been a decent person. And Geralt has been a decent person as well. But those are like the only ones, really. The Elf King was decent, I guess, because he was tempted and he felt he had no choice, but he did let them go and so on. But like the people Ciri ran into, I would not call them good people. And it's hard to find people to root for. Like when the mother was being stabbed, it's like you kind of had that coming. Like, what am I supposed to be upset about that? It's hard to be when you treat others as if they are inferior to you because they're not humans or whatever. Because it goes back to, like, in our own world, how we treat people. How some people treat women as if they're less than us. How some people treat black people or Jewish people, or like how some group of people treat other groups of people as if they are less than human or not human at all. And it's hard to root for people like that. So I don't know about Yennefer. She was immediately endearing to me because she's a victim of a victim of so much bullying and neglect. And she's different. But that's something that happens in reality too. Someone who is bullied can often become a bully themselves. And at that point, it's hard to sympathize with them. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what happens with Jennifer to see if I'm gonna root for her or not. It's tricky with stories like this because, like, unlike some stories like for instance Star Wars or Star Trek or Lord of the Rings, where it's very, very clear, like there's a clear dividing line between good and evil, who's the hero and who's the villain. And real life is not that simple. Real life has shades of grey. I don't know, man. I don't know. I enjoyed the episode. First episode was better, I thought. But that makes sense because the first episode is the episode to try to sell the show to you, to try to get you invested and to, like, jump on board, so to speak. But I enjoyed this. It furthers the concept that, like, who is good, who is bad, what is good, what is evil. If even the people we root for do shady shit, are they still our heroes, and so on. I think something I find fascinating is how frequently humans is portrayed as, I don't want to say evil, but humans are often portrayed as very self-centered in a good amount of fantasy fiction. And I guess that could be boiled down to our lust, our desire for progress, and our ambition in general. Like in this, for instance, the elves taught the humans magic and the humans repaid them by killing them. The elves lived with the humans and then came the Great Cleansing, and then we wiped them all out or made them run away in, I'm assuming, severely diminished numbers. And we can see it in how I don't know if it was supposed to be like I don't remember the races in The Witcher. I don't know if it was supposed to be a gnome or a halfling or what, but I don't think it was a dwarf. But the mother, how she treated the non-human as not human. Or not humanely, maybe, is the right word. And I don't know, I find that kind of interesting to think about. Because that term, humanely, and humans are the ones acting inhumanely in a lot of these stories. The elves were cleansed to make room for progress in much the same way that Europeans wiped out much. Like, Europeans have been good at decimating and wiping out native populations across the world because they view them as less than human, the people they run into, like the Native Americans, like the Aborigines, and so on. We're good at that. And I wonder why. Maybe because we are just simply selfish. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. We're selfish as a species. And you can extend that to, like, being selfish about your village or your community. Extend it up to your country. You can bring it down to your family. And you keep your family safe, or you act selfishly in regards to your family. Make sure your family gets ahead of everyone else, so your offspring, your DNA has a better chance of being successful and furthering your genetic material. So it all comes down to selfishness. Maybe that's a nihilistic viewpoint, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. If so, please sound off in the comments. But with that said, I am done. I enjoyed this episode. We'll see where we go next. I am very curious about where Yennefer goes from here. If she can achieve a lot more control. What she actually taps into. If the reason why she's had such a trouble with the teachings, if that is because she's half-elf. Or not. Maybe she needs a different kind of teacher. It all depends on how she is characterized, I guess. Because I'm skeptical of her as of this moment, at least. And Ciri, I wonder when she's gonna meet up with Geralt. Because it seems like a very difficult task to be given. And it's not like Geralt is just hanging out somewhere. He's constantly on the move, it seems like. Traveling. Which is understandable because people are skeptical or afraid of him. And he's never welcome wherever he turns up, so he doesn't want to stay around anywhere. Which is understandable. But I found the whole interaction with the elves very interesting. How twisted, how turned around arguments can become, how misunderstood historical events can be, because history is written by the victors, you know? So, yes, the elves bequeathed the land to the humans and retreated to their golden palaces. Yeah, that's not what actually happened. We were driven away, murdered, had to run, and hide in the caves, in the hillside caves. But they did admit to stealing in order to stay alive. So what they were doing was not right. But so like in a situation like that, I wonder what you would do in a situation where there is no right answer, you know? Like, but you were stealing. Yeah, but we were only stealing because we were murdered and driven off. Yeah, well, okay. So what was done to you was wrong, but what you're doing is also wrong. How do you decide in that? Do you choose the lesser evil? Because that's still evil. What do? Do you look for a third option? As Gerald suggested, move. I guess that's where you need to be pragmatic, because yes, you can. Like, why you could all argue that why should we have to move? We were here first. But if you are outnumbered and outgunned and you want to keep living, like, principles are all well and good, but when you're forced to make a choice, when you're forced to act in order to stay alive, oh man, this is so hard. What would you do? I guess that choice is a luxury that not everyone can afford. It's not for everyone. Yeah, I guess that's it. It's all well and good for Geralt to choose the lesser evil, to choose between two evils and not choosing the lesser evil, I mean, because he has the privilege of choosing. No, but I mean, the elves can choose to. They can choose to let their people die or steal or leave, which also means that people will die. Man, this is hard. This is really hard. I don't know. I don't know. It's a moral conundrum. So I'm not gonna wonder about it anymore and just say that I'm done for today. So with that said, this has been Grim Reactions. I've been Eric. I thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.